So far, this map has been pretty special, and honestly, I can't wait to find something that's gonna be even more cool. Well, right now we have a gray wolf out here. It's about 225 yards out, and it's actually the cool snow-capped one. Though that should have been a heart shot, unfortunately it wasn't, but the second follow-up shot was absolutely money. And he's going down right there. Yeah, you know, I kind of figured that first shot would have dropped him, but the only thing I can think of is maybe we had just enough drop at that distance to where it would have hit the heart had he not taken a step forward. But since he took a step forward, I think we dropped right below the crease of the armpit. Let's pick it up. It's gonna be a 36.86, and it's a gray wolf. That's why it's so cool. It's a very light colored wolf, but also it has snow on his back, and the following shot there did connect on double lung at 167 yards. So a pretty sweet looking wolf. This thing actually is kind of amazing in the fact that the model, it literally looks like a super old, tough, mean wolf in the woods. That's all I can describe it as. That's a giant bison, an absolute monster bison. He's got a minimum estimate of 143 to 158. Holy, it's a giant diamond potential 5 medium bison, and we really want to get it. So I lost his track for the longest time, and I couldn't figure out where the heck he went. Then I randomly just started running around and caught up to his track, which then gave me this idea. He's probably gonna be right there, and he jumps up less than 80 yards away. A snow-covered, huge wood bison. What are we gonna do? Pull back, hold the 3-foot lead, and let one fly. I think we smoked him. I think we smoked. Down 25%. Yep, he smoked. He is absolutely smoked, and he just piled up right there. Holy, what an epic, kind of wild shot that we took. Especially the fact that he was 80 yards out on the trot, borderline run with a bow, and we just smoked him. The one thing I would like to see a little bit more is to see some more bright red blood in the snow. As you can see right here, some really good bright red blood, but there's not very much drops or very many drops after that consistently. For instance, there's a whole path right here, and there's only 2 tiny spots of blood. Right here's another spot, but that's actually because that was the following shot right there. But anyways, take a look at this view, and it's not quite going to be a diamond. 156.8, and we needed 158. Still an epic trotting 88 yard lung, liver, intestine shot, and even the following shot connected on lung. So that was our biggest wood bison so far on this map, and it was kind of an epic moment. It really was. Look at the snow on the back, and also look at the snow on the fur or hair on the head. I would probably call that hair, but you could call it fur. So either way, that was pretty cool. This is what you call a beaver dam. So the beavers dam up an area like this, and they stop the water from being able to flow through, which is what they did right here. And now you happen to have kind of a dead end stream, which won't go through anymore because it's all blocked up. So this is not good. This is definitely not good, and we're gonna have to do something about that. Ooh, I was wondering if it was gonna be thick in this woods or not, but look at this. There's a lot of super thick brush. And then there's plenty of openings. I really like that. Well, there's a sight that you don't see every day. We got a bunch of ringneck pheasant out here, and they're all in the snow. They're also all female. However, I did get a call from a male. Oh, there he is, a nice male. A very nice male. But what do we have to take him down with? I wish we could use the 420s. Oh, we do have the 300s. All right, well, in that case, we can for surely use this. I just saw 3 very easy. Oh, it was a bison. I was like, what the heck was that? But the question is, can we take them on the ground and still get full integrity? I almost think that they have to be flying, but I can't quite remember. Either way, it doesn't really make much difference. I'd rather just get one. Whether or not we have to get them flying or just on the ground. It'll be cool to get our first rooster pheasant down. There. Oh, I lost him. He blended in with that red brush and I couldn't make him out anymore. As we're surrounded by a bunch of bison with the 300 grain arrow stuck in our bow. Not really gonna do a whole lot of good against this. Oh boy. Alright, so the pheasant appears to have left. But maybe we'll flush it up. Hen, 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 hen. There's a rooster. Yes! That's what I'm talking about! Oh my god, a flying rooster with a bow! Heck yes! He's going down, and he's down right there. Huh. Well, that's gonna be 100% legit. That's for sure. Alright, now we just gotta find where he went down. We know he went down right here. You can see how all this snow is kind of imprinted. But the rooster's going to be difficult to see. There he is. We found our tracer and we found our rooster piled up in the snow. Heck yes! And it's going to be gold on top of it. 26 yards flying in the air. 15.55 gold rooster pheasant. And our first one of Alberta, Canada. Wow, that was awesome. Epic, epic moment right there. And what a beautiful bird. Especially to be able to find these things in the snow. Oh, what do we got right there? Pronghorn. Although I think those all might be doe, unless that's a buck. Oh, that's definitely not a doe. And neither is that. Neither is that. Alright, we got a real nice pronghorn out there. Another gold potential at about 250 yards. So we will go for a shot on him with a 7.6. I kind of love this rifle, actually. I kind of love this rifle. And he smoked. Wow, he didn't go 25 yards and literally piled up. The shot was so good that none of these pronghorn even know what the heck just happened. Like, no clue at all what just happened. And though we could go for a shot on the other pronghorn buck, I'm not going to, because I'd like to leave at least one in this area. What is that? What is that now? Way out there. What is that? Female. Must be a separate herd. Yeah, because our herd is right here. But there's some way the heck out there. I'm hoping to find some big muley here pretty soon. In fact, I've actually yet to find even a single mule deer on this map. But I know they're out here somewhere. Also, I haven't seen any black bear either. And that kind of reminds me, I want to make sure we put the 420s back in here in case we do see any big mule deer. Because we already got our run for the money with the pheasant. Pulling off that epic flying shot there. On a very nice gold indeed. Alright, so there goes the pronghorn. Ooh, 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 ooh. There's another pronghorn buck out there, another rooster. There is the other pronghorn. This is so cool how you can actually see all the snow on their backs. They almost blend in perfectly with the snow. Almost too much, actually. And here's our pronghorn buck down right here. Let's take a look at that. It's going to be a 93.93 gold. Actually, the exact same score, 93.93. And he weighed 122 pounds. It looks like he was kind of bedded down as we took the shot. So he was kind of leaning forward. And we still managed to pull off a perfect double lung shot at 254 yards. Wow. What a pronghorn indeed. Oh, now that guy we're not passing up. Holy, there's another beautiful pronghorn buck right there, 115 yards out from us as we pull out the wrong rifle. But we got to be careful because there could be a big muley somewhere along the way as well. And we don't want to potentially risk spooking that. But a nice pronghorn like this, we are not passing up, especially going out across a nice opening just like this. And we made a perfect heart shot. Awesome. Had to have been a hard shot because otherwise he wouldn't have went down that quick. He kind of dropped, but not really. Whoa, that mule deer. I mean, that moose just went airborne for a couple seconds there. That thing was sky high. But look how cool this is, guys. Look at this. Look at this. Look at, there's the trail that the pronghorn came running down. And you can literally track it right to him. It's just, you can't get much better than that. You really can't. It's going to be an 89.03 gold. And we got a double lung liver shot at 103 yards on the trot. Well, not quite a hard shot, but still a pretty epic shot. And another awesome pronghorn buck down. Yep, that's how we find them. We find the trail. We find the trail. We find the animal. Oh, or you find them laying there like this and you can hardly even see them. Look at that. Whoa. What do we got over there? Ooh, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. We finally got eyes on some muley. We jumped up a buck right there, but there's something. Yeah, there's still a doe there. Although just one doe is not going to cut it. Oh my God. There he is. We found him. No way. Holy, patience definitely paid off big time this time. Now we have a perfect wind. And he's right behind that tree. There's the doe. I don't really care about her. But we want to make sure that it's at least a 200 plus. It should be. All right, and there he is right there, 47 yards away. We're definitely in range. Now we just got to square up a little bit more. And if we can do that, we should have a shot. Actually, I wouldn't mind trying to get up on top of this boulder here. That may help us out just a little bit. Alright, he should be right there. Oh, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Oh my God. He's 47 yards right there. So if we crouch up, we'll be in a little bit of brush, which means we got to back down a little bit. Then when we crouch up, it's going to be wide open. Oh my God, we smoked him. Yes. Whew. He's down. He's down right there. Apparently there was a bear there too. We dropped it right below the spine. All right, where's this bear? There's the bear. It's a male. We're about to get eyes on our first Alberta Canadian black bear. All right, there he is right there, 40 yards out from us in closing. Now we got to switch out to the 600s here. Because though you could use the 420s, I'd rather up our odds and not have to track him for a country mile. Oh, he just bedded down there. No way. But guess what? We have the bear collar. Oh. Oh yeah, we do. Let's see if he comes in. Now, there's a chance that he might not since he's bedded already, but... Oh, he's coming in. Oh my God. He's less than 40 yards away, right behind that tree. And we're gonna drop him right next to our buck. Watch this. Smoked him. He's not going anywhere. And he's down. All right. Let's go get him. Yeah, so I was actually hoping that this buck would have snow on his back, but apparently some of the bucks on this map don't have snow. Which means that we have to find yet a different one. I mean, that was still an epic moment, especially to be able to take down our first huge Canadian whitetail buck. Epic moment right there. And our first Canadian black bear. Got a 46-yard lung, liver, intestine shot there. 17.96, and that was a dark. But this is our awesome whitetail buck. Wow, look at that rack. Oh, that is incredible. Snuck up right on him. Made an epic 40-yard perfect shot. Holy. All right, that's still pretty cool. Well, let's pick him up. It's gonna be a 215 gold, and we made a 47-yard right lung shot, tucked it right behind the front shoulder, and made a perfect lung shot. Smoked that beautiful whitetail. Wow. What a heck of a buck, especially to take for our first big whitetail in Canada. Oh my God, you guys, look at this track. That is a max weight muley buck track, and we are definitely gonna track him down. Holy, I'm pumped. All right, so he was going this way, but then I don't see any more tracks. I'm a little worried about this because we came from this direction here, so maybe we might have spooked him up and he ran back the other direction. But that's kind of the only thing I can think of that would have potentially happened. As I was tracking this mule deer, it got me thinking. I never thought in a million years we'd be tracking a big muley buck through the snow. But that's exactly what we're gonna do right now. We've been tracking him for quite a ways now, and it led us down here. We got some more tracks going through here. There's the trail. It seems like he's veering off this direction here. But still, you have to see. Ooh, there's something there. We got some ducks. Looks like some pintail on the water. Oh my God, I think we found him. That should be our buck. Either way, we definitely found a good buck. What was the estimate on that thing? 224 to 280, so that should be a 240 plus muley. And those are... well, that's a pintail there. Yep, those are pintail. Apparently there's another buck closer by that we can't see. Where is he at? Oh, right there. That is him. Wait a second. How the heck did he even spook from that? Well, at least we know where he's at. And there's only one buck down here. But that's him. It led us all the way to him. Right there. And these are all pintail here. It would be kind of cool to get one, I suppose. And I don't think we're really going to spook that buck. It'd probably be better to take one of these ducks down to begin with. So I think what we'll do is try and line up for a shot on this duck right here, since he's only 40 yards out from us. But that means we got to put on our 420s again, or I mean 300s, and go for a shot on him. And then hopefully we can get a shot on our big buck. All right, smoked him. Perfect shot. And we got our first pintail drake down. Now we'll put our 420s back in and get ready to take down this big muley. You know what the best part is? That muley buck didn't even have a clue what just happened. Well, don't get me wrong, he's for surely hesitant. And he is pretty awesome. Look at that rack. Holy, that is a heck of a buck. He's only 80 yards out from us. We just got to get a little bit closer. We have a perfect wind and some pretty amazing cover here. Lots of spruce trees and brush. But also, there's some pretty big boulders that we should be able to climb up along the way. Well, would you look at that? Our big buck decided to come back down to the water, and now he's getting a drink. He's sitting out there at 60 yards. I don't really know if we can get that much closer than him. And I feel pretty confident at 60. So we just might go for the shot. The doe needs to put her head down. Oh my god, we smoked him. Hit him a little further back, but I think we got liver. Oh yeah, he's down. Oh, that was so cool. Just smoked him at 65 yards. I didn't want to hit that doe, so I held a little more back. Let one fly, and he didn't go 20 yards. He's down right there. But first, we got our nice Drake pintail down, a 751. Almost a gold, but take a look at that. Left lung shot at 43 yards, and it's a gray northern pintail. Our first look at him right there. Wow, very cool. But for the time being, the most important thing is getting this big buck. We took the shot right about here in the water, so we're not going to really see any blood. But then he went up on shore, ran over here, and piled up right here. Man, I can't tell you how amazing it is to be able to see this big buck on the snow like this. It's just such a surreal feeling that you just have to be here to see it for yourself. Unbelievable. And especially the fact that I never thought this would happen. If you would have told me there'd be big muley and big whitetail on a snow map in Canada, I would have said you're absolutely out of your mind. So cool. Well, let's pick him up and take a look at our first giant muley in Canada. It's going to be a 256 gold, and that was a 61 yard lung, liver, and stomach shot. I knew we hit him a little further back, but again, take a look at the fur type on this muley. This right here is all newly redone. They're bigger, tougher, way more filled out than they ever were before. And look at that fur as well. Even the legs are longer. Man, that's awesome. Well, take a look at our shot there. Hit him right in the center. Right in the center of the liver is what we did. Beautiful shot. And an awesome buck is down. Pretty cool for our first Canadian mule deer buck. Well, I never thought I'd see an igloo village like this, but that's pretty much what we have here. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 igloo type deals. That's what they remind me of, at least. And then there's a snowman. All right, let's go check out one of these things here and see what it's all about. Oh, look at this. You got a bed right in here. And then nice little kitchenette, sink, couple of chairs, a table, and even a spot for your boots and your hat. Very nice. Whoa, the sunroof though. That sunroof is everything. You guys, I just realized that I almost forgot to go pick up our moose. Now, we have an outpost here, but is that the one that we were at when we shot that moose? I feel like it almost has to be. It's looking pretty familiar, and that actually may be... Nope, that's a rock. Oh yeah, we gotta track him. That's right. Ooh. Is that a muley? It is. It looks like a whitetail though. Look at that. Couple of pretty good bucks here. Oh my god, there's a giant. 260 minimum on that buck. That's like the one that we just took. Oh, the new fur type on these things is amazing. Well, it had potential. And it did. We got him. We're going to have to track him, though. That's going to be actually quite the fun adventure to track that thing down, especially with no tracks on. But this one, we're gonna need some help. And there's our bull down. Yeah, he's a big bull. Doesn't take much to find him with this white silhouette here. Or with the white background and his rack on the silhouette. Man, that's cool. This is way cooler. Way cooler. 264.9. He was almost a diamond. My God, that thing was huge. We drilled him right in the front shoulder at 186 yards. I tried to catch the heart, but it didn't go through that shoulder. Still did connect quite nicely though. And a massive bull moose in Canada. Boy, he was way the heck out here when we took that shot. Way the heck out here. Oh my God, no way, no way, no way, no way. We found him. He's laying right there. I didn't find any blood or anything, but I just see him laying here. Well, let's pick him up. It's gonna be a 275. Holy. He doesn't look quite as wide as what you'd anticipate to be a 270 plus, but that is a giant 177 yard shot. And we kind of smoked him right behind the front shoulder with the 308 there. Very nice. But look at this buck. Wow. I still can't get over this remodel. It's kind of amazing. So I just found a track from a max weight male black bear, and we're gonna track him down to see what it leads us to. I'm pretty excited about this because we haven't really gotten anything decent as far as black bear yet. In fact, I think we only got one black bear, which was not even close to a gold. So this is gonna be a guaranteed gold, maybe even bigger. You can see just the huge imprints in the snow that this thing makes as well. Look at that. I mean, you don't even need the tracks on. You can just follow this huge path here, and it's okay. Good. It looks like the tracks are kind of headed back this direction, but they're definitely not. They're for surely going this way. So we'll stay on the tracks and see what it leads us to here. Ooh, 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 ooh. Couple of beautiful muley taking off there. Wow. What a buck. These things look so good, it's not even funny. If I didn't really want to get this black bear, I'd for surely go after some of those mule deer, but right now, I really want to get this black bear. Look at, so you can see, he ran through here and then, oh my God. There he is! There he is! And that is all she wrote. Oh, let's go get him. Heck yes. Heck yes. I thought I heard another black bear calling, but oh, I did. It was only a female. All right, now we got our first official big male Canadian black bear. And we got him right at night too. Wow, that looks so cool in the snow. So cool. This is another one of those things where I never thought would happen. I never thought we'd be able to hunt black bear with snow, right? So we have black bear on Layton Lakes, Silver Ridge Peaks, and pretty sure that might be it. Which basically means that both maps have no snow. And now we officially have a super awesome map with snow. So we can go over and do things like this. It's gonna be a giant 21.43 Dusky. And we made a running double lung shot there at about 75 yards. There we have our first Canadian black bear. Yep, he was a huge mythical. I was hoping he might be just a little bit bigger, but I guess that makes it better. Because I'd rather not take a diamond on the run if I have to. I'd rather be able to take a nice hunt. Take my time and get a big diamond black bear. Or not take a hunt, but make it into a nice hunt. But there he is right there. Now, the only thing I really want to get now is basically the caribou and the bighorn sheep. Holy, there's a sight I like to see. Look at the size of that bull. Not only that, there's a bunch of black bear out here as well, and that is a huge black bear. Couple more over there. I'm actually trying to find some bighorn. And I think we did just that. Although I'm looking for something a little bit bigger than that. Those are all female. But just take a second to admire this incredible view here and kind of the layout of this land. So they're down there on this frozen lake. And we're way up here on top of this mountain looking down. But we don't really have a good angle for a shot, so we're gonna have to try and get closer. And I was hoping we'd find one with some snow on its back, but I don't know where we have to go to find that. We found that bull in the beginning. Oh, that's what happens. So once it starts snowing, then they get snow on their back. Nice. Oh, that one's even bigger. 350 on the minimum estimate. But I feel like this one has better tines. Yeah, this one definitely has better tines. So it's from the snow effect. And I guess it could happen at any spot of the map. It's just a matter of when it starts to snow. That's pretty cool. And I'm also having a difficult time trying to get lined up on this bull. With the wind just keep on shifting like it is right now. There's the bighorn. There's that big bull there. Alright, so what might end up happening here is we might end up going for a double, mainly because this bull is here at 50 yards out from us, and he's another good bull too. A real good bull. So we'll zero in for 60. And hold right below the heart. Centered him perfectly. Whew, shot high though, shot really high. Considering I was hoping to catch the heart. Well, he's still going. But he just piled up. There we go. We got another nice snow elk down. Alright, so this is the bull that we want. Alright, so this is the big bull that we really want. We got him right there at 80 yards. We're gonna have a good strong crosswind here. But there's not much we can do about it. Oh my freaking god! Are you kidding me? We just hard shot him. We just freaking hard shot him at 80 yards, guys. Holy, that was incredible. I am so glad we didn't take him down with the 300. So glad. I knew we were gonna have a little bit of drop, but I didn't think we'd have that much drop, and it just sunk right into the heart absolutely perfectly. Well, I mean, on that note, that's pretty much all we can do. This bull's gonna take off, and that's fine. That is quite all right with me. Quite all right with me. It seems that on this map, the bow is absolutely lethal. And none of the animals can even respond. Oh, a snow muley. A beautiful snow muley. They're gonna bed right there, huh? Looks that way. But we already got a couple of muley down. We don't have a snow muley though. Nope, that's one thing we don't have. A snow muley. But we do now. Yes, we do. Alright, I guess we don't have to track this bull. I guess we don't. Oh my god, look at that mountain. Holy. That is gigantic. I mean, what are you talking, like 1,000 yards up to the top? There's no way we can get a range on that. There's just no way. Yeah, 0.6 miles up. Anyways, I still can't believe we pulled off that heart shot. There he is. There he is right there. It's a perfect heart shot at 80 yards, 359, our biggest Manitoban bull elk ever. And he's got the snow on his back. Not a lot, but just enough. So it seems like if it sits there for a long time, it will have a bunch of snow on it. But wow, what a rack. Look at the mass and the main beams on that thing. Holy. I just never would have expected to pull off that kind of shot right there. Absolutely dead center, right through the middle of the heart at 80 yards. Whew. I mean, you hit that thing there and he is not going anywhere. I've actually been looking for quite a while to find one and haven't had much luck, but I'm pretty excited that we finally have one out here. And we're about to get a shot. Smoked him. And he's down! Yes! Alright. Yeah, I haven't found anything with any decent size, not even close to a decent 4 bighorn, but now we finally got one. Alright, here's our ram. Let's take a look at him. And he's gonna be a gold, 159 gold. We made a double lung shot there, about a 325 yard shot straight through the center of the lung. That's our first Canadian bighorn sheep down. Very cool. So these things had a whole new rework as well. You can tell the fur is a lot thicker, they're taller, and the coloring is definitely a little bit more defined than it used to be. The head is way different, the horns are better. Now I'd really like to find a giant, though that's a good one. That's a really good one. What it is it's a kind of small 4 and a huge 3. So what we want to find now is a giant 4 and a small 5, or better yet, just go straight for a huge 5. Because why not? Okay, hold on. Hold your horses. We just found a blind. Well, we technically built the blind. And once we're inside of this box blind, you have full control of opening the windows. Are you kidding me? Huh. Well, we'll just leave this one like this because we want to have a little bit of blockage behind us there, and then we can let some air in through here. But if we needed to, we could shoot right through here at anything. Now, I actually just found a track from a max weight bull caribou going through here, so I think it'd be kind of cool to sit in here and wait for him to come. First, I got to figure out where he's going to, and then we can figure out how to set up on him. But yeah, look at this. You can close the window when you're done. That is amazing. We're about to get our first woodland caribou. That's because we just tracked down a bull, and he called right over this ledge. Now, all we got to do is find him. So there's his track, and he's right here somewhere. But also we got to make sure the wind is good because the wind is starting to blow that direction. There he is right there. Boy, he's not much for special, but he is a bull. That he is. And we'll take him down with the bow. There was only one bull here, huh? Well, here's this bull down nonetheless. It's going to be a 219 and a 39 yard, almost hard shot actually. But I did actually get another I did get another woodland caribou before this, but unfortunately I wasn't recording. But what I was trying to say before when my video decided not to get recorded is these models are absolutely unbelievable. I mean, even the detail on the fur here, look at the fur going on the feet, right? So you got that, and then the mange here is incredible as well. The height of the bull, just everything about it is so symmetrical and so realistic. It's unbelievable. It really is. Well, there's the river. See, I was thinking then Manitoban bull was going to be right here somewhere, but I didn't see where he went. Oh, I think we found the gray wolves. Oh my god. Yep. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's a 9 legendary. Ah! Ah! Smoked him! Holy! We just freaking smoked a time potential. Gray wolf. No way did that just happen. Well, there he is. Let's see if we got... It's gonna be a gold. Come on. Huge gold though. 38.85 gold. And we got a perfect double lung shot there at 7 yards away. Oh, that was a big wolf. 9 legendary. Wow. Look at how incredible that thing looks. Look at the teeth on that. The gold eyes. The straight tail. The head. The ears straight back. Oh, kind of want to take a look at this dusky grouse over here. First shot somehow missed. I think we dropped low, but the second shot connected. And we got him. Yeah, I'm curious what these dusky grouse are going to be all about. All right. First one. And that's a molting. 135, so it was a good sized one. 250-yard shot, but this is the most important. Take a look at it. Look at the head. Very short beak. Long tail feathers. Broad chest. Furry legs. Well, feathery. And pretty big sized feet, actually. There we have a dusky grouse. Ooh, this is what we've been waiting for. Finally, we got a snow whitetail buck. And he happens to be a giant 230-inch. Look at him. Well, let's go make the move. Let's go make the move. Now we just gotta get down here safely. Oh, more snow. Perfect. Oh my god, this is awesome. So the cool part about sneaking down here is, one, we got to make sure that we have the 420. Those are definitely not the 420s. Those are the 300 green arrows, and we're not using them. But it would be super cool if we could figure out a way to set up a stand here. The only thing is, the stand would not be close enough to get down to where this buck is, so we're not going to be able to do that. However, we're still going to sneak up on him and take him down with the bow. All right, here we go. We're less than 100 yards away from this giant snow buck. He's right here behind the backside of this brush. And I'm thinking we actually might be able to get in there and get some good cover, which would be kind of epic, because then we could take our time and call out this big buck into range. Take a look at this. Look at this. This is where all the whitetail came through. The snow is all padded down. You can see there's a big trail, big trail, which is going to lead to this giant buck. All right, here we go. We're almost in position. Oh, I thought we were gonna have more cover, but apparently we aren't. And I also didn't realize that he was only 60 yards away. I mean, we got a tiny bit of cover, and he should calm back down. We also have a perfect wind. So, yeah, we could definitely get a little bit closer. Oh. There's our buck way over there. Okay, perfect. Look at that. Oh my god. We got him 70 yards out from us. What an incredible sight. We're definitely getting this thing mounted. Absolutely. We just gotta get a tad bit closer, and we can go for the shot. I mean, we could do 60, but 70 is a little bit iffy. Not only that, at 60, there's still plenty of play where he could easily turn and, well, let's just say the whole arrow could potentially miss. We don't want to have that happen. I don't see him. You gotta be kidding me. Oh my god, there he is. There he is. He's right there. He's 40 yards out. He's 40 yards out. Move, Doe. Move. That's not him. That's him. Smoked him! Yes! We got him! Oh, I'm so pumped. I can't wait to get this thing mounted. He's going straight to our trophy lodge. What a sight right there. Holy, we got ourselves a giant 200 plus snowbuck. Heck yes. Unbelievable moment that was right there. Look at that. Oh, he was smart. He was actually hidden in there and I couldn't even see him for the longest time. But we saw him 40 yards out and we smoked him. We could get a cool picture without the light even. Look at that. All right, let's pick it up. It's gonna be a 237 gold. Holy. Yup, there we go. We finally got our snowbuck. We got him a little bit high there, not gonna lie. 38 yard shot to the spine and lung. Spine, vertebrae, and lung, but that is an absolute monster whitetail, and I'm so pumped to have him. Look how cool that is. It seems like the snow started melting a little bit because he definitely had a lot more snow on him in the beginning there, but at least we still got one with some snow. Yes, we did. So technically that's our second snowbuck, but by far our biggest. Finally, I found a big old bull caribou. And he's right out there at about 260 yards. There's a pretty good opening here, so I'm hoping we can cut him off. Oh, there he is, there he is, there he is. Can we squeeze through there? Oh, he's way up there. Got him! Yes! Let's freaking go! Oh my god, we got him! Holy. I can't tell you how long I've been trying to get this bull. I mean, I literally started at 4 o'clock in the morning. 5 o'clock, I think it was actually. From this lodge here, went all the way up this river, never found one single caribou till I got all the way over here up into the ridge where they typically bed. And, well, that's where we saw this one walking at about 250 yards. Almost didn't get a shot. And then next thing you know, he crossed through that opening on the very, very top. Must have made a perfect shot because he went down almost instantly. Wow. Look at this. Really good blood right there. We watched him run through here and there he is down right there. More good blood. And finally, our big bull. Ooh, that's an awesome bull. Yes, that is an awesome woodland caribou. Let's try and take a picture. A little bit dark, but that will do. That will certainly do. Let's pick him up. It's gonna be a 303, just shy of gold, but still a very, very respectable bull. Took him at 178 yards, trotting through that opening, and we smoked him in the right lung and liver. But more importantly, we finally got our first official decent woodland bull caribou. I actually got one a little bigger than this before, and I didn't get any video of it because I wasn't recording, which I didn't know that, but now we finally got another good one. This side here is lacking quite a bit, but if it had this side on both sides, he would have for surely been a 350 plus. Okay, so if you're like me and you kind of want to know how the layout of the land works as far as where each species of animals lives, or where they habitat, I'm going to kind of show you what I discovered throughout this hunt. On the very southeast end of the map, the bottom right, it's really good for beaver, and then you start heading west down along the Prairie du Funk River, you're going to find a ton of pronghorn antelope all in this region here. Then you go more west and start heading a little bit north by the Coxswaw Mustos. This is going to start being really good for mule deer. All the way up into the Mekwau Casimo. This whole region here is really good for mule deer. And then if you head a little more to the east side, this area is really good for whitetail. Over here by Century Shockwave, you'll find a really good location for mule deer, whitetail here. Then you get a little bit more north, kind of in the middle of the map, and this area is incredible for the Manitoban elk. They're just Manitoban elk everywhere here. You don't even have to look for them. You'll just find them pretty much everywhere. But then you head a little more to the northwest over here by Lac de Loup, and you'll find even more of the Manitoban elk all around this whole region here. But also, there's bighorn here and some mule deer too. So then you head more to the east on the very northeast end of the map, and again, you're going to keep finding Manitoban elk. I'm not sure if there's way too many Manitoban elk right now, but for the time being, it seems like there's a ton of Manitoban elk pretty much everywhere on the map. But this region here, La Forêt des Sprits, this is the only place that I was able to find the woodland caribou, all the way around this northeast region here. So hopefully that helps you guys out. And yeah, I just wanted to let you know that's what I discovered throughout this hunt. Now we're going to take one last look at the beaver. Now, big beavers are not very easy to find, so the fact that I found this one is pretty awesome. This thing weighed over 50 pounds, and that is pretty massive. But anyways, that's gonna wrap up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you're super excited about the new map coming out on June 17th. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Man, talk about a dream come true. To Call of the Wild.